DuPage County Chairman Dan Cronin is joined by state lawmakers and the governor to discuss HB 5123 concerning government consolidation in an effort to cut the cost of government. This runs about 15 minutes.
It is incredibly gratifying to work with the governor, a governor who understands and shares our mission to make government more efficient, more accountable, and frankly, smaller. People have heard me say this before, but Illinois has more units of local government than any other state in the nation, by far. And I often say, if you could wave a magic wand over the state of Illinois and all these units of government, and you could start over and design a new system of governance, would you do it the way we have it today? Well, the answer is of course not. Well, today the governor's pen is as close to a magic wand as we're going to get, and we'll take it. House Bill 5123 authorizes the DuPage County Board to adopt an ordinance to transfer the functions of the DuPage Election Commission to the county clerk's office. Statewide, 98% of the county clerks currently administer local elections. We expect the consolidation of these two offices will save hundreds of thousands of taxpayer dollars annually and will put us on our way toward eliminating a total of 7 units of local government right here in DuPage County. House Bill 5123 was adopted unanimously by both the House and Senate, and I'd like to express my appreciation to all of our DuPage lawmakers for your support. Let me call on Senator John Curran, if I may first. John?
Well, this bill is a long time coming. This has been an initiative of the county, has been working in this manner to streamline costs, increase efficiency all throughout county government. In my 9 years on the DuPage County Board, we made great strides in streamlining our form of government, lowering costs for taxpayers. This is another important step in that regard. I have great confidence in our clerk, Paul Hines, going forward, being charged with our elections. And I certainly want to acknowledge and thank Governor Rauner for supporting and signing this initiative into law, and certainly thank the leadership of our chairman here in DuPage County, Dan Cronin, and all the members of the county board who have been forthright and persistent in their endeavor of streamlining government here in DuPage County and making sure taxpayers get the greatest benefit for their costs.
Today's signing is yet another in a long, slow, difficult process at reducing the size and scope of Illinois government to doing what people want, but not overcharging them for it. Our property tax burden has been through the roof in this state. We all know that. And this is yet another effort to try to hold that down. We can deliver these services effectively. We've got great local government here in DuPage County. And so if at the state level, we get more of these initiatives to reduce the barriers to bringing units of government together, to stopping overlapping units of government, that will help us here in DuPage County with our wonderful local officials to be able to drive down the costs of doing business here. So I am just so excited to be here today, glad to work on a bipartisan basis in Springfield to get this done, and I'm very much looking forward to this and many other consolidation measures in the future that will save taxpayers money and hold down those property taxes. Thank you.
When we can provide the taxpayers with the savings and the efficiencies in government, that's bipartisan. There's no reason to be against that. I understand that this practice started in the late 1970s, and quite honestly, after the last election, it's apparent that we need some new leadership in this area. So, Mr. Hines, I look forward to your leadership here in cleaning things up and moving the state and this county in the right place. Thank you all for joining us here today.
I am so proud to be a legislator in DuPage County because I can go and say DuPage County has taken the forefront on moving forward with government consolidation. This is just one of many steps that we've seen happen, and I'm always glad to be able to vote for something that I see happening firsthand right here at home in DuPage County. And so that's why I'm very happy to support this. I'm very happy that we're going to sign this into law. I'm looking forward to seeing it work in place where we need it to go as we consolidate more and more pieces of excess government where we can make sure that we can save taxpayers money. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman Cronin. It was my privilege to carry this bill as well as the first ever government consolidation in the state of Illinois. It's been a privilege to be able to be a Democrat in DuPage County and to bring both parties together to do this important work. I'd like to thank Chairman Cronin for his work in initiating the first bill a few years ago and again this bill, and I'd like to see this continue, and I appreciate being part of a bipartisan bill that happens in my own county. So, thank you.
Tom Cullerton, Senator Tom Cullerton.
Thank you very much. I'm Senator Tom Cullerton out of the 23rd Senate District. I carried this bill in the Senate. This is one of many bills that we have moved in the Illinois Senate and the Illinois General Assembly. We started in 2013 with our first ever government consolidation bill. DuPage County has consistently been a leader. I want to thank Chairman Cronin. I want to thank the board for their consistent advocacy for consolidating services, for saving our taxpayers money, for looking for ways to lower our property tax burden here within DuPage. I also want to thank our great citizen advocates who have always stood up to push for these consolidation levels as well. And I look forward to seeing this bill signed today. And I thank all of you for coming out here today and applauding this measure as we move forward in the state.
Okay, we always like to recognize all the lawmakers because DuPage County is a non-home rule county, and we have, last but not least, I always like to save the best for last. My friend, my pal, State Senator Mike Conley.
Thank you, Chairman.
It's better that way, so you get more attention.
We planned that, by the way, for those of you who wondered what happened. Thank you, Chairman Cronin. Governor, welcome to Wheaton, DuPage County in the 21st Senate District. I'm State Senator Mike Connolly. I don't know what more I can add, Kathleen, like you said. I don't know what more to add, except I want to thank my colleagues on both sides of the aisle in both chambers for their leadership on this. I also would be remiss if I didn't thank the League of Women Voters for their advocacy on this. Thank you for staying on top of it and sending me a weekly email to remind me, is the governor going to sign the bill? And actually, I kept saying he's going to. But also, I served on the DuPage County Board, and I want to spend a couple of seconds here thanking their leadership. I see some of my former colleagues and new faces, of course, Dino. But your leadership with Chairman Cronin in bringing this to us and bringing other consolidation efforts is to be commended. It's what the people of DuPage County deserve and demand and expect. And I want to thank all the county board members for their leadership, and thank you all for being here. Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, Senator Connolly. Thank you, all the legislators. And you know, the legislators are important to us. We need their help and support in Springfield because we're a non-home rule unit of government. So when we want to do things, when we want to break ground, we want to do something new and different and reform, we need the support of the legislature to change the law. We have a marvelous team here. I'm very blessed. We have a marvelous team in the DuPage County, the board, and I can't do this on my own. This is the result of a team effort, and I'm joined here today by Janice Anderson, Dino Gavanis, Grant Eckhoff. We have Pete DeCiani, Sean Noonan. We have Jim Zay, Sam Tornatori, and Don Pachowski are here. I'm very blessed, a very talented and committed group of public servants. Let me just give a little bit of perspective, if I may, please. When Senate Bill 494 was signed into law 6 years ago, DuPage County became the de facto laboratory for local government consolidation in the state. We created our Accountability, Consolidation, Transparency, or ACT initiative to seek opportunities to reduce the size, scope, and cost of local government. We have focused on service and cost sharing, collaboration, and working with our local and state partners to imagine new ways to deliver public services in the most efficient manner possible. Since then, we have saved taxpayers well over a projected $120 million, and that's been conservatively documented. Change doesn't happen overnight. but in the last 2 years alone, there have been more than 50 different individual pieces of legislation, bills filed by legislators seeking to consolidate or make government services more efficient throughout Illinois. Through the work of the Lieutenant Governor's Task Force on Local Government Consolidation and Unfunded Mandates, which the Governor created, we are shifting expectations in Illinois. We are setting the standards for responsible, effective government, one that adapts and innovates the delivery of its services, one that works on behalf of the people it serves, one that squeezes every ounce of value from every tax dollar that we receive. Governor Rauner, in your first State of the State speech, you highlighted DuPage County's efforts to reduce the size, scope, and cost of local government. I was grateful then, and I'm even more grateful today for your unwavering and enthusiastic support. You have elevated this issue, and because of our combined efforts, we are creating change in government. Governor Rauner, please accept our gratitude for your leadership and unwavering support, enthusiastic support, committed support of government accountability and consolidation, and for being here today to sign House Bill 5123. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause for Governor Bruce Rauner.
Today is another good step forward for taxpayers in the state of Illinois. Chairman Cronin is a role model and an inspiration for leadership in protecting taxpayers, reducing the tax burden on the working families and the small businesses of our state. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for your leadership. Thank you for the DuPage County Board for your leadership. You are a role model for what counties can do statewide, what local governments can do statewide to protect taxpayers and bring down our too high property taxes. Thank you for your leadership.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Today, I am very happy, very proud to sign House Bill 5123. This is a bill that takes another step to help alleviate the tax burden on our local homeowners and property taxpayers. We suffer in Illinois from some of the highest property taxes in America, and it is not a coincidence that we also have more units of local government than any state in America. We have 7,000 units of local government, 2,000 more units of local government than the states below us, Texas, California. And those states are double and triple our size in population and geographic spread. And yet we still have more units of government than they do. We need to consolidate government. Today, we consolidate one local government here in DuPage County. We want to consolidate others. I'm very pleased that in our administration, one of the first things we did was to form a task force to focus on government consolidation and unfunded mandate relief. We need to get the restrictions from Springfield off of our local governments, allow our local governments to consolidate and to also provide more efficient services by getting the requirements, the mandates, the restrictions off of them. Let local governments decide how they want to run their communities. Let local elected officials decide how they want to manage their schools and their various elements of service providing. This is a major step forward, and I do want to thank members of the General Assembly. On a bipartisan basis, this bill got passed. Also, 10 other bills got passed that took small pieces of our recommendations and got them into law. We recommended 27 comprehensive solutions to bringing down property taxes through consolidation and mandate relief, and pieces of 10 of those recommendations have now become law. There's steps, all steps in the right direction. We need to keep working every day, every session, get more legislation passed to lift the mandates, allow consolidation of government, and bring more efficient, effective government to the people of Illinois. Lower taxes, more economic growth, and we'll have a better future for our children and our grandchildren. So today, I'm very proud to sign this bill. I'd like to thank members of the General Assembly and both parties, Democrats and Republicans, who came together to get this bill passed. Thank you all, and we'll sign the bill now. Thank you.